Welcome Premium Tier P4 subscribers to a very special broadcast, unlocked exclusively for viewers who have paid an unreasonable amount of money for marginally better access to human suffering. Tonight's feature, a generous and completely selfless initiative by our sponsors to improve the survivability of the dungeon's lowest performing teams. Because nothing says compassion like a last-minute glow-up before relegation. On tonight's episode, we focus on Team America, known to their small and dwindling fan base as the Nads for some reason. Let's get introduced to the new look Nads, shall we? First up, we have Jarrett Jedlicka, one of the party's 2 bards, holding for derisive laughter. Fans of Team America will remember that Jarrett was recently sponsored by AMS and has since dedicated himself to patching the team up and trying to keep them alive. Talk about thankless and inevitable tasks. And as they delve deeper into the dungeon, he looks to perform that role with a little extra panache and with the aid of a mysterious and unknowable immortal entity. Good luck with that, Jarrett. Jarrett has become the avatar of the Velvet Trickster, channeling magic through performance itself. His spells now travel farther, faster, and with significantly more theatrical flair, transforming even simple healing into something expressive. Of course, this newfound power comes with attention from an unseen entity that makes demands, imposes its will, and occasionally retaliates when disrespected, subtly, pettily, and publicly. Next we have Other Bard, also known as Curtis P. Hankey. Viewers have noticed that Kurt seems to be the least bloodthirsty of these murder hobos, and in addition to his notoriously weak stomach, has a tendency to talk, negotiate, and try to finesse the Nads around dangerous situations. He's also proven himself able to step up on the big stage, and was the first Nad to grab a corporate sponsorship. Well, Kurt will now double down on those strengths and take his game to the next level as the elder statesman of the Nads, gaining the ability to override encounters entirely. Rather than fighting, Kurt can now end conflicts before they begin, reframe enemies into negotiations, or force the dungeon itself to reconsider its current direction. The system, however, is likely to track these interventions, and we can all expect it to respond angrily later. Many fans think of Paul Knodel as the stern father figure of the Nads, always doling out gruff advice and disapproving glares. Others say it's more accurate to think of him as the team's accountant, the way he tracks their finances down to the 3rd decimal place, complains about every expense, and pinches a copper piece so hard he leaves fingerprints on it. We agree. That's why we intended to offer Paul a build centered around each of those quirks. But then there was a system nuance, and the AI decided to merge the 2 options and give him both, without asking us first, muttering something about Paul being Mum's favourite. And, well, we were too polite and too afraid to contradict the AI. So Paul gets both. Say hello to the frightening father figure / ultimate bean counter. Paul can now command allies mid-combat, correcting their mistakes in real time, forcing better decisions, and turning failure into success through sheer disapproval. At the same time, he is optimizing every resource the team touches, tracking value, extracting efficiency, and squeezing maximum output from every situation. The result is a player who is extremely effective and increasingly difficult to be around. Next, we come to Dave Michaelinis. Now, many viewers might be unfamiliar with Dave, as he is rarely on camera, and is typically hiding behind a pillar, running down a hallway, or crouched behind a companion. Some of you think Dave is the floating head with the wig. But no, that's Isaac, Dave's weird, sentient book ghost. If you think hard enough, you'll remember Dave as the guy who lightning balls the rest of the party from 100 feet away before jumping in a barrel. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, we found a way to turn this playstyle into an identity for Dave, a way to make cowardice work for him. Introducing the new and improved Dave, the Skittermancer. Dave's magic now reacts instinctively to danger, creating after-images, triggering sudden teleports, and making him nearly impossible to pin down. The harder enemies try to hit him, the worse things get. And when the pressure builds, Dave converts that panic into raw, magical force, turning fear into damage in short, chaotic bursts. It's cowardice, weaponized. You may have forgotten Dave, but we know you could never forget Pete the cat. This little murder kitty is easily the NAD's most popular team member. We max out multiple landfills daily with the fan mail we receive for this furry fellow, and not all of it comes from Persephone, which, as we all know, is a planet populated entirely by extremely attractive female house cats. As the NAD's most effective team member, it almost seemed unfair to give him a power upgrade, and to be honest, we struggled to figure out how. In the end, our intern, Chad, suggested we add lasers, and we ran with that. So meet the new Pete, aka the Laser Cat. We know you've all enjoyed watching Matt Bryant's journey even more than we have, as his armor has become more powerful, his opinions ever more stubborn, and his behavior ever more quirky. And we're sure you've noticed the hungry, sidelong glances he's been giving those vials of frostbite. I think we can all agree, it's always been just a matter of time before this little Midwestern pupa metamorphoses into its mature form. Milwaukee's Tony Stark. Matt now channels arcane force through a fully integrated power suit, firing repulsor-style blasts, hovering above the battlefield, and unleashing devastating chest-mounted energy attacks when the moment calls for it. He is more powerful than ever, more confident than ever, and significantly more susceptible to addiction, excess, and the crushing expectations that come with both. And now, before we go, we leave you with tonight's viewer poll. How many more levels will the NADs survive? Which member will suffer the most horrifying death? And perhaps most importantly, who do you want to see die first? Vote now. Your engagement helps us improve the product.